99% of men will die average. They will live average lives, accept mediocre relationships, work jobs they hate, and die wondering, what if? But there is a small group of men, the top 1%, who carry themselves differently. People respect them without being asked to. Women are attracted to them. Employers fight over them. Friends look up to them. These are not lucky men. These are not rich men. These are superior men. And in this video, I'm going to give you the exact step-by-step blueprint that will transform you from an average, lost, frustrated man into a superior man. And this transformation can begin today. But if you skip this video, close it right now, nothing will change. You will wake up tomorrow exactly the same. So give me a few minutes of your life, and I will give you a completely different life. But here is what nobody tells you. Becoming a superior man has absolutely nothing to do with having a six-pack, wearing expensive clothes, or driving a luxury car. This is a deep internal transformation that works at the psychological, emotional, and behavioral level. I have broken this entire guide into 5 powerful chapters, and chapter 4 that is the most dangerous chapter in this entire video. Because once you understand it, you will never be the same man again. So stay until the end. Do not skip. Every chapter builds on the last one. We have all seen that guy. Hardworking, honest, genuinely talented, but nobody takes him seriously. His ideas get ignored in meetings. His relationships fall apart. He feels stuck no matter how hard he tries. Why does this happen? Because he was never taught the real rules of manhood. Society gave him the wrong manual. Work hard, be nice, stay quiet, and success will come. That is a lie. I lived that lie for years. I was confused, people-pleasing, directionless, until I discovered what it truly means to be a superior man. Let us go to chapter 1 right now. Chapter 1. Identity. Decide who you are. Chapter 1 is about identity over effort. Most men are working extremely hard, but they are working hard as the wrong version of themselves. A superior man does not find himself, he builds himself. He sits down, looks himself in the mirror, and decides, who am I going to become? Your identity is not given to you by your parents, your culture, or your past. Your identity is a decision, and the moment you make that decision with full commitment, everything in your life begins to shift. Look at Conor McGregor before he was famous. He was a plumber's apprentice in Dublin, broke, unknown. But in every interview from that era, he already spoke like a champion. He had already decided who he was going to be long before the world agreed. He did not wait for success to give him an identity. He created the identity first, and success followed. That is what superior men do. You apply this right now. Step 1. Write down 3 words that describe the man you want to become. Disciplined, calm, respected. Whatever they are, write them down. Step 2. Every morning when you wake up, read those 3 words out loud. Step 3. Before every major decision today, ask yourself, would the man described by those 3 words make this choice? That simple habit will rewire your identity in 30 days. Now you might be thinking, this sounds like positive thinking nonsense. I have tried affirmations, they don't work. And you're right, affirmations alone do nothing. The difference here is that we are combining identity declaration with behavioral alignment. You are not just saying words, you are using those words as a filter for every action you take. That is not positive thinking, that is identity engineering. But here's the problem. Even if you have a powerful identity, without a disciplined body, that identity will collapse under pressure. And that's exactly what Chapter 2 is about, physical dominance. Because your body is not just a vehicle, it's a signal that you send to the entire world. Chapter 2 is this: your body is your loudest communication. Before you say a single word, people have already judged you based on how you carry yourself, how you stand, how you walk, and how much presence you have in a room. A superior man understands that physical discipline is not about vanity, it's about respect, self-respect first, and then the respect of others. Lift weights at minimum 3 times per week. Resistance training increases testosterone, improves posture, and builds the kind of physical confidence that cannot be faked. Number 2, fix your posture starting today. Shoulders back, chest open, chin parallel to the floor. Do this for 1 week and watch how differently people treat you. Number 3, walk with purpose. Not fast, not slow, deliberate. A man who moves with intention looks like a man who knows where he is going. You might say, I don't have time for the gym. I have a job, a family, responsibilities. Understood, but here's the reality. You don't need 2 hours a day. Research consistently shows that 30 to 45 minutes of focused resistance training 3 to 4 days a week produces dramatic physical and hormonal changes. You have 30 minutes. Every man has 30 minutes. The question is whether you value yourself enough to use them. Now your identity is set and your body is becoming stronger. But there is a third area where most men completely fail, and that is their mission. Because a man without a mission is just a man with hobbies. Chapter 3 will show you how to find your purpose and build your life around it like a warrior. Chapter 3. Mission over comfort. The number one difference between a superior man and an average man is this. The superior man has a mission that is bigger than himself. He wakes up with direction. His days have meaning. He's not just chasing pleasure or avoiding pain. He is building something. And that energy, that focused, purposeful energy, is one of the most attractive and powerful forces a human being can possess. Elon Musk is not the richest man in the world because he loves money. He has openly said money is not what drives him. His mission, making humanity multi-planetary, is what gets him out of bed at 5 a.m. His mission is what made him sleep on the factory floor during Tesla production crises. You don't have to agree with him, but you cannot deny that a man with a clear mission operates at a completely different level than a man without one. You find your mission like this. Step 1. Ask yourself, what problem in this world makes me genuinely angry? That anger is a clue. Step 2. Ask yourself, what activity makes me lose track of time completely? That's another clue. Step 3. Now combine them. What skill do you have or could develop that addresses that problem and uses that activity? Write it down as one sentence. My mission is to blank by doing blank. That one sentence will become your compass. Some of you are thinking, I'm already 35 or 40 years old. Is it too late to find my mission? Absolutely not. Colonel Sanders built KFC at 65. The superior man does not measure his life in years already past. He measures it in how much time he still has and how fully he intends to use it. You now have your identity, your physical foundation, and your mission. But here's where most men crash and burn: emotions. They either suppress everything and become cold and disconnected, or they explode and become unstable and untrustworthy. Chapter 4 will teach you the skill that separates boys from men. Emotional mastery. This is the chapter I warned you about. Pay close attention. Chapter 4. Emotional mastery. Control your inner world. Control everything. Chapter 4 is the most important chapter in this entire video. Emotional mastery does not mean not feeling emotions. It means you are the one driving the car, not your emotions. A superior man feels everything. Anger, fear, sadness, loneliness, but he processes those feelings privately and responds to the world publicly from a place of calm, clarity, and control. This is what makes him unshakable. The most powerful man in the world spent his private time mastering his emotions. If he needed to, you do too. Follow these steps to build emotional mastery. Step 1. Practice the pause. When something triggers you, an insult, a setback, bad news, do not react for at least 10 seconds. Breathe. Let the initial chemical reaction pass. Step 2. Journal every night for 5 minutes. Write what made you emotional today and why. Awareness is the first step to mastery. Step 3. Stop complaining entirely for 30 days. Complaining is emotional leakage. It drains your power and signals weakness to everyone around you. 30 days, no complaints. Watch what happens to your mental strength. You might think suppressing emotions is unhealthy. Psychologists say you should express them, and that is partially true. Suppression is not the goal. Processing is the goal. There is a massive difference between swallowing your anger until it explodes versus sitting with it, understanding it, and responding from wisdom instead of reaction. The first is suppression. The second is mastery. A superior man does the second. You are now 4 chapters deep. Your identity is locked in. Your body is becoming a weapon. Your mission is clear. Your emotions are under your control. But there is one final chapter, and without it, all of this falls apart. Because a superior man does not just build himself, he builds a world around himself. Chapter 5 is relationships and influence. The way you interact with people will either multiply everything you have built or destroy it completely. Chapter 5, Influence over Approval. The average man spends his entire life seeking approval from people who do not matter. The superior man builds genuine influence by becoming the most valuable person in every room he enters. He gives value, he speaks with confidence, he listens with full attention, and he never begs for validation. And, paradoxically, the moment you stop needing people's approval, that's the moment you start earning their genuine respect. Look at how Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest men alive, operates in relationships. He is known for writing personal letters to business partners. He shows up to every meeting fully prepared. He remembers people's names. He is genuinely interested in others. Despite having more power than almost anyone on the planet, he treats people with full attention and respect, not because he needs anything from them, but because he understands that real influence is built on genuine human connection, not status or domination. Here are your 3 relationship rules as a superior man. Rule 1. Eliminate energy-draining relationships ruthlessly. A superior man protects his energy like a valuable resource. Rule 2. Invest deeply in a small circle of high-quality relationships rather than having 100 shallow connections. 5 people who truly know you are worth more than 500 followers. Rule 3. Become the man who gives value first. In every interaction, ask yourself, what can I add here, not what can I take? Maybe you're thinking, I'm an introvert, I'm not naturally social, this is hard for me. Here's the truth. Being a superior man has nothing to do with being extroverted. In fact, introverted men often make better listeners, deeper thinkers, and more trustworthy friends than extroverts. The goal is not to become loud, the goal is to become intentional. Even one conversation a week done with full presence, genuine curiosity, and real value will build your influence more than 100 surface-level interactions. And now you have all 5 chapters: identity, physical dominance, mission, emotional mastery, and relationships and influence. But before we close, I need to share the single most important truth about becoming a superior man. The one insight that ties all 5 chapters together. And this is the most important thing I will say in this entire video. The biggest obstacle between you and becoming a superior man is not a lack of knowledge. You now have the knowledge. The obstacle is consistency without results. Because in the beginning, you will do all of this and still feel like nothing is changing. Your identity work will feel fake. Your workouts will feel pointless. Your mission will feel too big. Your emotions will still overwhelm you. And in those moments, the average man quits. He says it doesn't work. But the superior man understands one fundamental truth. Identity change is invisible before it is visible. The compound effect of correct daily actions doesn't show up in week 1 or week 2. It shows up in month 3, month 6, month 12, all at once, when suddenly people around you start treating you differently. Opportunities start appearing, and you look in the mirror and you genuinely do not recognize the man looking back at you. The blueprint works, but only for the man who refuses to quit before it does. So, here's where you stand right now. You have the identity framework from Chapter 1. You have the physical dominance protocol from Chapter 2. You have the mission-finding process from Chapter 3. You have the emotional mastery tools from Chapter 4. And you have the relationship and influence rules from Chapter 5. You are no longer the man that started this video. But here's the thing. Knowing this blueprint is only 20% of the work. The other 80% is daily discipline, mental toughness, and the right habits. And in future, I will make a complete video on building the daily habits of a superior man. Every single routine, every morning habit, every evening habit that the top 1% of men use to stay sharp, focused, and unstoppable. Click on that video on screen now. In this video, I will show you which kind of men women deeply respect. See you there.